Why did Obito pretend to be a fool in the beginning? Obito Uchiha, also known as Tobi, was one of the key characters in the Naruto Shippuden and the progenitor of the Fourth Great Ninja War. When we initially meet him in the early parts of Naruto Shippuden, he was known as Tobi, who was a fool and couldn't even fight. Why did he pretend to be a fool is the question we would be answering in today's video. Before we begin, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the end of this video. Obito Uchiha was one of the main antagonists in the Naruto series who influenced the plot by a huge deal. Obito was in the Akatsuki and not many people knew his true identity, and his mask did a great job in concealing it. Only the Zetsu and Madara Uchiha knew about him and his past. Now, we ask ourselves, why did Tobi decide to act all goofy and unserious? The major reason why we see Tobi acting all goofy is because he wanted to hide his true identity, since he was already presumed to be dead to the ninja world, and also to hide his intentions from the Akatsuki. You see, Obito was a member of the Uchiha clan and a former member of Team Minato, which included Kakashi Hatake, Rin Nohara, and himself. Obito grew up not knowing who his parents were in the anime, and he was left under the watchful eyes of his grandma. Feeling alone in the world, Obito longed to become an Hokage so individuals of the village would eventually acknowledge him. He enrolled in the Ninja Academy to assist him with accomplishing that objective, where he fostered a one-sided rivalry with Kakashi, whose natural talent and popularity he was envious of. He likewise became a close friend to Rin Nohara, whom he eventually fell in love with. After he graduated from the academy, Obito, Rin, and Kakashi were put in a team under the authority of Minato Namikaze. During the Third Shinobi World War, Kakashi was put responsible for the group for a mission to destroy the Kanabi Bridge, which would obstruct Iwagakure from using the Kusagakure as a relief point. Prior to starting the mission, Minato and Rin gave gifts to Kakashi to praise his advancements in becoming a Jonin. However, Obito had forgotten, stressing their already poor relationship. Soon after, Minato was sent to the front lines, leaving the team to carry out the mission on their own under Kakashi's direction. The three were found by Iwanin en route and Rin was caught. Kakashi chose to leave Rin because he thought it was more important to complete the mission before worrying about her safety. Obito became enraged and insisted that they rescue her. At the point when Kakashi rejected, Obito left all alone, commenting that Kakashi was worse than trash for abandoning his companions. Kakashi, moved by Obito's prior words, arrived in time to save him from Taiseki's assault, and lost his lap tie in the process. Obito awakened his Sharingan in order to assist Kakashi, allowing him to see through Taiseki's camouflage and kill him. Rin was freed from her chains when Obito and Kakashi infiltrated the cave and entered. Her captor, Kako, made the cave collapse around them. As the group ran for the exit, Kakashi was struck in his blind spot and fell. Obito pushed Kakashi out of the way when he saw that he was about to be hit by a falling boulder and became trapped under it. Obito accepted his fate and made an offering to apologize to Kakashi for not buying him a present earlier and give him his left Sharingan, while he was unable to escape with his right side crushed. After Rin carried out the transplant, Kakashi killed Kako with his newly acquired Sharingan. Kakashi and Rin were compelled to leave Obito behind when Iwa reinforcements quickly began to further compress the rubble. As the stones fell around him, Obito reflected that he had at last begun to coexist with Kakashi and that he was unable to admit to Rin that he loved her. Minato saves Kakashi and Rin, and when they go back to Konoha, the village's memorial stone had Obito's name engraved on it. Obito was eventually believed to have died during a mission, but in reality, he was saved and manipulated by Madara Uchiha, who used him as a pawn in his plan to resurrect himself. Who is Tobi Uchiha? This is the story of how Obito became Tobi Uchiha, and it unfolds like this. Rin became the three-tailed Jinchuriki as a result of Madara's evil schemes. She knew he had to take her own life or forever live with being the tailed beast Jinchuriki. While he was using the Chidori, Rin made the decision to throw herself in front of Kakashi and die at his hands. Obito's worldview was forever altered when he witnessed this incident, which led him to believe that his own comrade had murdered the women he loved. He joined the Akatsuki later after being lured by Madara to assist him with his infinite Tsukuyomi. Since everybody believed that Obito was dead, he presented himself as Tobi. However, Tobi, also known as Uchiha Obito, did not create Akatsuki. The organization was founded by Yahiko, Nagato, and Konen with the goal of bringing peace to the shinobi world. Tobi joined Akatsuki later under the guise of being their founder, a man named Uchiha Madara. He manipulated the organization from behind the scenes in order to achieve his own goals. By pretending to be a foolish and bumbling member of the organization, Tobi was able to keep his true identity hidden from the other members of the Akatsuki as well as from the shinobi world at large. It was not until later in the series that Tobi's true identity and motivations were revealed, leading to a dramatic confrontation with his former teammate Kakashi. Let's now look at the reasons why Tobi hid his identity of being Obito Uchiha. Tobi hid his identity and made it a guarded secret because he was presumed to have been dead by his teammates and the rest of the ninja world during the Third Great Ninja War after a boulder smashed his left side and the whole cave collapsed around him. This enabled Tobi to operate from the shadows and also carry out his evil plans without bringing unwanted attention to himself. With the mask he was always wearing, it allowed him to successfully infiltrate the Konoha village and snuck an attack with the nine-tailed fox which devastated the village and also causing the untimely death of Minato Namikaze, who was his former sensei, and his wife Kushina when they protected their newborn son Naruto from a fatal attack by the nine-tailed beast. His hidden identity also helped him to convince Itachi to kill the entire Uchiha clan, although there were multiple factors at play. However, Tobi used a combination of manipulation, coercion, and deceit to convince Itachi to carry out the massacre. Firstly, Tobi convinced Itachi that the Uchiha clan was planning a coup against the leadership of Konoha, and that their actions threatened the stability and security of the village. Tobi also hinted that Itachi's loyalty to the village was being questioned, and that he needed to prove his allegiance by eliminating the Uchiha. Additionally, Tobi used his knowledge of Itachi's past to manipulate him. He knew about Itachi's love for his little brother Sasuke and threatened him to harm Sasuke if Itachi did not comply with his wishes. Tobi also offered Itachi the opportunity to spare Sasuke's life if he agreed to carry out the massacre. Tobi then exploited Itachi's sense of duty and loyalty to the Uchiha clan. Itachi was torn between his loyalty to his clan and his duty to the village, and Tobi used this internal conflict to manipulate him. In the end, Itachi agreed to carry out the massacre in order to prevent a civil war and protect the village, as well as to save Sasuke's life. Obito became Tobi so as to take reins of the Akatsuki. Tobi hid his true identity from the other members of Akatsuki in order to manipulate the organization to achieve his own goals. By presenting himself as Uchiha Madara, a powerful and legendary figure in the history of the ninja world, Tobi was able to exert significant influence over the other members of Akatsuki. Tobi's true identity as Obito was also closely guarded secret, as he had been presumed to have died during the Third Great Ninja War by his former teammates and the rest of the ninja world. By keeping his identity hidden, Tobi was able to operate from the shadows and carry out his plans without drawing unwanted attention to himself. Furthermore, Tobi's true motives and goals were also hidden from the other members of Akatsuki. He used his position within the organization to further his own agenda, which involved the collection of the tailed beasts and the creation of the infinite Tsukuyomi, a genjutsu that would place the entire world under his control. Overall, Tobi's secrecy and deception were key tools in his efforts to manipulate and control Akatsuki for his own purposes. Another common fan theory about why Tobi acted differently from Obito Uchiha was that it was due to a split personality disorder. In the Naruto series, Tobi could have been the manifestation of the fun and goofy side of Obito, which he didn't really get to showcase in the series as he has always been a serious person with big dreams. However, he spent all of his time training to become a better shinobi. A few Naruto fans believe that this could be his way of expressing his goofy side. While this is a theory that some fans believe in, it certainly seems unlikely. However, when he saw the need not to pretend as Tobi anymore, he dropped the act and decided to take on the name of Madara Uchiha. This declaration was made during the Allied Shinobi Summit, and the effect was that it put fear in all of the Kages. And with this identity, he declared war on the Allied Shinobi forces. His identity was later uncovered during the Fourth Great Ninja War when his mask was broken by Naruto, which came as a shock to his one-time best friend Kakashi, who had already felt guilty for the death of Rin. Do you agree with our reasons for why Tobi hid his identity? Do let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.